Welcome everyone to the Minnesota Twins franchise on MLB The Show 18. Today it's a rivalry episode again with the Twins meeting the Chicago White Sox. It hasn't been the start to the season that we hoped for, being 8 games under 500 through the first month. 7 of those losses have come at the hands of the Chicago White Sox, a team we have not even defeated once this season. We're now set to play our 3rd series against them. The Twins' offense is still in a lull after last year's struggles down the stretch, and we're looking for anybody to get us out of it and back to where we think we should be. One reason the White Sox have been successful this season is that man right there, number 44, Anthony Rizzo. He made his way from the Cubs to the Sox, and now he's our problem. 1-0 Sox here in the first inning. It is Mike Foltynewicz on the mound. He does strike out Jose Abreu. Comes back in the 2nd inning, and Hazelbaker strikes out on the 2-seam fastball. We got off to an extremely slow start against Carlos Rodon, who kept getting us out on quick at-bats. Here's a line drive out of Byron Buxton that goes straight into center field. Just one hit our first trip through the order, and we go on to inning number 4. Foltynewicz, just the one mistake to this point. And then a long fly ball. Here's Anderson making Blackmon race out to the track. He makes the catch. 2 down for Andrew McCutchen. They signed him a couple years ago as part of their rebuild. First pitch swinging, and that is hammered out to left center field. Buxton just walks because he knows there's no catch in this one. The Sox get another homer. It's 3-0. And they look like a completely different baseball team. Minnesota looking for something. Here's a line drive out of Josh Harrison, right at the left fielder Hazelbaker. Then it's Paul Goldschmidt, a towering fly ball out to Hazelbaker, way too far underneath it. Eventually it comes down for out number 2. Third batter of the inning, Nelson Cruz, and that's hit pretty well. Out to shallow left, Hazelbaker makes his 3rd catch in a row. 3-0 Sox, and they load the bases again in the bottom of the 4th inning. Foltynewicz able to get out of trouble here and keep the White Sox from really opening this game up. Here in the 5th, the Twins do finally get someone in scoring position, and it's a slow roller from Jorge Polanco, one of our best surprises this year on the team, and he drives home our first run at last. Polanco entered this episode hitting .330, one of the best averages in all of baseball. After him, it's a pitch outside to Blackmon. He walks to first base. Then Garver, he'll do the same thing, loading the bases now for Minnesota. And here's Byron Buxton, our 9-hitter. .240 average on the year, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Going for a big swing. He misses the high fastball. 1-1 count. Another one upstairs. It's hammered out to center field. Back and down for extra bases. It's over the fence. A ground rule double ties the game. So Byron Buxton coming through with one of our biggest hits in this young season. Next up, Josh Harrison here in a newly tied game. That didn't last very long, by the way. Harrison out to left field, 3-run shot, and quickly 6 runs off of Carlos Rodon. And the Twins capture the lead in front of a stunned White Sox crowd. Here's Yasiel Puig still in a long cold streak to start this season, getting a base hit up the middle, trying to get over the 200 mark now. Here is Miguel Sano, and that gets away from the catcher. Puig able to take second base. RBI opportunity for Sano, but he will walk instead. 2 aboard, nobody out, top of the 6th. Jorge Polanco, first pitch swinging, it's on the ground. And the Sox get themselves a quick 6-4-3 double play, but still the runner at third base to worry about. Charlie Blackmon trying to bring him home, and this is jammed a bit into shallow left, and the catch is made. Still a 3-run game as the Twins turn to their bullpen. Overall, I thought Foltynewicz was solid. Now it's up to Jake Reed. Runner goes. There's Garver with the throw. Got Moncada at second base. Garver does not have the best arm, but that was a big throw to catch him stealing. And then Reed ends the inning, getting Freddie Galvis to chase a pitch outside the zone. The Sox came back, though, in the following inning with another chance. And we loaded the bases here, intentionally walking Anthony Rizzo, but that just gets you to Jose Abreu. There's strike 2 from Jake Reed. Big pitch, 1-2, popped him up. Reed did get into trouble, but he was able to fix it. We go on to the 8th inning. Runner at second base, that's Goldschmidt, and this is pulled down the line by Puig, barely foul. He comes back 0-2 and lines one the other way. Base hit, Twins. That brings home another run, making this lead a tad more comfortable, 7-3. We turn to Jeremy Jeffress in the 8th, and he too allows the bases to get loaded. Sox now at the bottom portion of their lineup, but nobody's out. Jeffress gets a full count. Big payoff pitch. Kevin Smith into center, down for a hit. 1 run scores, more speed comes around third, 2-run hit, still nobody out. So we go to Tony Watson, whom we signed in the offseason. And here's how he gets into the game. Tim Anderson looks at a couple, and then he swings and misses. A dominant at-bat to start for Watson. Now we got to get the rest of these outs. McCutchen up next. 2-1. He went after that one. With the count even, past third base into the outfield. Another run scores. Blackman's throw will hold the runner at third base, and the Sox only trail by 1. They got Rizzo into center. That's pretty well hit. They can certainly test it. This for the tie. Buxton gives it all he's got, and it's not even close. 7 apiece. The Sox complete the comeback and look to take the lead. Abreu. Big strikeout on the outside by Tony Watson. He does his best to clean up the inning, but now the Twins need another run. Top 9, Buxton. Sky just in front of home plate. And Smith gloves it, sending us to the bottom of inning number 9. Chicago looking to deliver some heartbreak. Runner at first, then 2 away. Runner goes, we expected it, and Garver's throw is not in time. Hazelbaker steals second base. All it takes now is a hit, and Smith taps it just in front of home plate. And Garver sends us to extra innings. Can the Twins get the run they need? Here's Josh Harrison, who homered earlier. This gets past the pitcher into the outfield. Base hit, Minnesota. Then it's Goldschmidt as Harrison goes, and it's right back up the middle. The second baseman covering the bag fields the ball. Doesn't get Harrison, but does get Goldie. We move Harrison to third base, and Puig with 2 down launches one, but it doesn't have enough. That looked like it might be the big Puig hit we've been waiting for. Instead, bottom 10, and this is hammered out to right center. This is not good. Charlie Tilson with great speed. Around second base, he's not done. On his way with a lead-off triple, and the White Sox just need to bring him home to win it. Unbelievable. Tim Anderson sets up the squeeze, and the White Sox win again against Minnesota. We give up a 4-run lead as the bullpen continued to let us down time and time again. Eventually, the Sox take advantage, and they make it 8-0 against us this year. I wasn't very happy after this one. The White Sox won one that there's no way we should have let them take. It's on to Game 3 here of this series. The White Sox already took the first game last episode. And we start this game off with a hanging breaking ball from Jose Quintana. And that is out to right center field. Home run, Josh Harrison. A nice way to start this game, but obviously a long way to go. 1-0 Minnesota. On the mound for us in this one, it's Yadier Alvarez, who really has been awesome to start this year. I think he's developed really well as a player in his time in this series, and he wastes no time going after Tim Anderson. A 3-pitch strikeout that was absolutely filthy. Alvarez's control has gotten so much better, but I still have a couple concerns with his overall stamina. He has trouble going late into games, but when he's fresh, his first couple innings can be really special. Let's go back to the offense. Jorge Polanco, our highest average on the team, and that's not changing today. Base hit into center field. Then that brings up Charlie Blackmon, who's gone down in the order this season, and he'll go out to left center field. This is hit pretty well, but it is caught. Twins only get an early home run off Quintana and then start to slow down. We'll go bottom 2. Alvarez strikes out Hazelbaker. Going right after Freddie Galvis, quickly gets ahead 0-2, and he'll finish him off with the slider on the inside corner. Because Alvarez doesn't have the best stamina, I wanted to see him just go after every batter. Don't get into all these battles. Try to have a bunch of quick innings. And that worked early on. Bottom 4, here's Anthony Rizzo with a runner at first base. Rizzo with good discipline. And then green lights 3-0 and hits a low and away pitch into left field. Just phenomenal. Here's Moncada with the full count. And Alvarez has this one get up the middle and through, scoring a run. White Sox do tie the game on this. Alvarez trying to end this inning. It's gone on far too long, but this is down the line for extras. Hazelbaker comes through. 1 run scores. White Sox want another. Can't get him out at the plate. Moncada is safe. 3-1 Chicago. Eventually, they got after Alvarez. There's a triple out of Tim Anderson. Alvarez ends up allowing 4 runs through 5 innings. We do have an answer here, a solo home run from Cruz, a triple from Puig, and he ends up scoring. But then the White Sox get after our bullpen yet again. 3-run shot by Charlie Tilson. We turn to Will Smith late in the game, and he just couldn't get outs. Just looking for this game to get over. White Sox win again. 9 straight this season they've defeated us. This isn't supposed to happen in the game of baseball, and this streak gets more frustrating by the game. 12-3. Let's go into the final game here against Chicago. Our last game against them for actually a while. We get Dallas Keuchel on the mound in this one, and already here in the 4th inning, very little offense with the pitchers dominating. It was Keuchel versus Lucas Giolito, and Keuchel was on top of his game to start this. We go into the bottom of inning number 5. Here's Omar Narvaez, and that's not going to bring home the runner from second base. Keuchel cruises through 5 with 53 pitches. How about the offense for Minnesota? Where's that at? Well, that's hammered out to left center. Good to see some better offense today out of Yasiel Puig. Really hoping that this contract doesn't become a huge regret. Certainly the start to this year hasn't been right. This is Jorge Polanco giving this a ride. It keeps on going until it runs out of gas on the edge of the warning track. Bottom 6, Andrew McCutchen off the end of the bat. Nothing there. Ground ball to Miguel Sano. Then Jose Abreu. Popped foul, and Goldie over toward the Twins dugout to make it 6 scoreless for Dallas Keuchel. He's only at 61 pitches. Giolito, meanwhile, was in the 90s as this goes off his cleat. And the throw to first base is in time, apparently. I didn't like that call. We had to challenge that, and Taylor Motter does end up being called safe. The Sox turn to their bullpen and Carson Fulmer. Here's Justin O'Connor, the backup catcher. He grounds it up the middle. They do get Motter and return it to first base for a double play. Nobody could get past second base, let alone score. Bottom 7, Keuchel still going strong. Tim Anderson, strike 3. Facing Freddie Galvis. Low one inside. Galvis works it full and walks. They get a base runner against Keuchel, trying to get him out of the game, obviously. But we let Keuchel do his thing. Strike 3 on Robbie Grossman, the former Twin. Now there are 2 outs. And this is going the other way. Past third base, another hit for the White Sox. Could this maybe start to be the end for Dallas Keuchel? Well, Narvaez isn't going to extend the inning. He hits this in the air to Blackmon, who gloves out number 3. Let's go top 8. Facing Carson Fulmer, it's Paul Goldschmidt. Hit hard at short. Nice catch, Tim Anderson. Leaves his feet, full extension. What a play. 2 down against Sano, and the breaking ball is smashed into left field. Fulmer pretty lucky it was only a base hit. Now it's Yasiel Puig with 2 away. First pitch upstairs, it's pulled down the line. Bat flip from Puig, and it's off the foul pole. There it is. Home run, Yasiel Puig. His second as a member of the Minnesota Twins. His start with Minnesota has not gone as planned, but that big hit late might be enough for us to finally beat the Sox. Fulmer made 2 mistakes in a row. It was the breaking ball left up to Sano, and then a changeup left up for Puig. Nearly foul, but it smashes off the foul pole, and we go bottom 8, and Keuchel is going nowhere. This is going down the line, definitely foul toward the seats. Puig with just enough room to make the catch. 2 away. Lefty versus lefty, this is Rizzo. Out to center, this is a journey for Taylor Motter, but he makes the catch. Let's go to inning number 9. We do not turn to our closer, Raisel Iglesias. We tell Keuchel to go and win this game. Popped in the shallow center, that's 1. Anderson, busted bat. That's Goldschmidt applying the tag, 2 away. Freddie Galvis now, the last chance for the White Sox, up the middle and through, base hit. Keuchel now into the 100s. No call on the cutter, 3-1, there we go. Full count to Grossman, lined into left field. Is that it for Keuchel? Does Iglesias enter? No, he does not. It's lefty versus lefty here for the White Sox. Keuchel quickly gets ahead 0-2 and finishes the game with a filthy strikeout, and the Twins have finally defeated the Chicago White Sox. We're now 1-9 against them, but we finally got that first win. There's a long way for us to go still this year, and hopefully we have many big series against the White Sox still to come. We don't want to fall out of this race and then not be able to turn this rivalry back into something. But we have some work to do now. After the trip to Chicago, we go out to Los Angeles and take 2 of 3 from the Angels. In this game, Gary Tadano had a rough start, and right now his stats are not very good. We bounce back though in the next 2 games and have much better pitching performances and get just enough offense to take the series. Then it's back home against the Astros, where the Twins take 2 out of 3 and throw 2 more shutouts. Then we go against Kansas City. We'll take all 3 against the Royals, thank you very much. Twins get their offense going here, a home run from Charlie Blackmon in the 10-run game. And then with 8 runs, we get 4 homers, including 1 from Taylor Motter. We score a victory against the Astros and end up splitting a 4-game series on the road. Overall, the Twins make up some ground this episode, going from 8 games under 500 to only 4. 22-26 now as we head into a series against Cleveland. Another team hovering around 500 in this hyper-competitive AL Central. The White Sox are out in front, but they do not have a large lead. But they're off to a great start. The White Sox appear to be back. This was a good episode for us, though. We made up some ground, and hopefully it's a launching pad now for us to go forward and hopefully challenge for that top spot. That first game was really disappointing. I do have some concerns right now with our bullpen. We're seeing Will Smith and Jeremy Jeffress be major liabilities. One thing I've started to think about is maybe putting Yadier Alvarez in the bullpen. I would prefer him to be a starter, but it's just a thought because he doesn't have the best stamina. I want to start focusing on that in the training, but if it doesn't get better, his future might be better off in the bullpen, honestly. Here is a very quick look at what's happening down in the minor leagues. It's great to see Nick Gordon off to such a hot start, and maybe it's about time for him to get the call up to the major leagues. I think Johnny Sandoval, he's one that could actually get the call up. He's hitting .320, and I think we could use another outfield bat potentially off the bench. Justin O'Connor is not hitting the ball well. There's a chance I call up Kurt Suzuki and get O'Connor some playing time in the minors. Steven Gonzalez is pitching the ball really well, and I think that Gary Tadano needs to turn it around really quickly if he's to stay in the rotation. Barrios is off to a nice start. Down in AA, Breivik Valera hitting .340, really impressed with him. We have some good contact hitters down in the minors I'm excited about, and they're playing well early on. Also for the pitching, great stuff here from Esteban Machado. He deserves a call-up to at least AAA. We need the farm system to start producing more bullpen arms for us. And then rookie, or first-year player, Fernando Campos is off to a pretty good start. That is it for today's Twins franchise episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was fun, heartbreaking at the same time, but a good ending to it. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to leave any feedback you have down below in the comment section. I'm looking forward to reading it. Have a great day. I'll see you again soon.